before we go, everyone, and here is my final word tonight. And it's going to be majorly to Mr. President, President Bola Tinubu. 2 years are gone. Half of your constitutional mandate spent navigating the stormy waters of reform, resistance, and rising hardship. You came to office promising a renewed hope agenda, telling Nigerians that the pain would be temporary, like that of a childbirth, and that joy would follow. But 2 years in, the cries have grown perhaps louder, and many now wonder, when will the joy come? Inflation surged, food inflation went to an all-time height, transport costs were tripled, and the average Nigerian now spends more of their income just to eat, as if they are lucky. Petrol is hovering over 700 naira per litre, and electricity tariffs have risen even as supply is still very erratic. And yet, the Nigerian people, resilient, loyal, enduring, have held on. But holding on cannot be the national plan. You promised to lift millions out of poverty, create thousands of digital jobs in 24 months, and double power generation. These were not poetic aspirations. They were campaign commitments. Mr. President, time is not on your side. You are just 12 months before the political season begins to whisper again. If ever there was a time to show the fruits of sacrifice, it is now. You are the president of both your lovers and your loudest critics. The hopefuls who sang your name at the polls and the skeptics who prayed you will fail. But leadership demands maturity of mind and empathy of heart. You now preside over a fractured but hopeful nation. Good people, bad politics, and an ugly economy. Nigeria today is at a historic inflection point. Mismanage these opportunities, sir, and we risk descending into a cycle of unrest, disillusionment, and regret. But if you rise, Mr. President, to the moment, and you could become a defining leader, one whose name is etched in gold as the man who brought Nigeria back from the brink, you must ignore sycophants who clap in darkness while citizens cry in daylight. Mr. President, please urgently surround yourself with thinkers, doers, and patriots, not just loyalists. Every day must count. Every decision must deliver value. Because when a nation suffers this deeply, there is no luxury of time or ego. No more excuses. President Bola Tinubu, we in the media, we will do our own part. We will question, probe, inform, and hold you accountable, not out of hostility, but out of duty. The opposition must also rise, not just to criticize, but to push this country forward. Civil society organization must now organize, awaken consciences, and be the voice of the voiceless, and our people must now stop being docile. We need to raise a mass of active citizens who are willing to fight for their nation and also work hard for its good. Citizens, your voice counts. Don't lose it. And for those of us who believe and who are people of faith, we will pray as scripture commands us for the peace of the land and the success of its leaders. Because President Bola Tinubu, your success is Nigeria's success, and your failure will be our shared tragedy. Nigerians will rally behind you if they see sincerity, action, and result. But never forget, fury awaits any leader who mocks the pain of the poor. Sir, history is watching, posterity is watching, and 200 million Nigerians are watching. Let this second half of your presidency be a turning point. Make us proud, President Bola Tinubu. Make Nigeria great. And that has to start now. That's my final word tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Seun Akinbaloye.
This is a trending video of Seun Akinbaloye. Message directly to Mr. Tinubu, president of Nigeria, the illegitimate president of Nigeria, according to Aisha Yusuf. That's a nice one. Good. I know you have been doing this time to time. We did one last year because it was not the country at that time. And this one now, 2 years after Tinubu's president. You sent a strong message to him. Asking the thing is, you are asking Tinubu to rise up to the occasions. Tinubu cannot rise up to the occasion to solve the problem of this country because he does not have what it is to solve the problem the country is going through today. And he is the problem of the country. He caused this problem that this country is facing today. He does not have what it takes to solve the problem. Now, the problem is beyond his control, what he can even solve. That is it. You know, I said this many times. Tinubu is good as taking care of his colleagues and his family. He has money to take care of his family and his colleagues. That's what he's doing. He's not taking care of the country. He's not taking care of Nigerians. He does not have what it is. See, let me tell you, the idea of people saying Tinubu built Lagos, that was the deceit that they used to deceive. Even if you say Tinubu built Lagos, let's even go into that. During the time of Tinubu, what has he done in Lagos State that made Lagos State what it is today? What has Tinubu done in Lagos State that makes Lagos State what it is today? Most of the bridges today, all the roads in today, it was not built by Tinubu. Most of those things were built when Lagos State was the capital of Nigeria before they moved it to Abuja. So what did Tinubu really do in Lagos State that makes him the best governor or the best president, that if he comes, he's going to replicate what he did in Lagos State? What has he done to better the lives of Lagosians? What? Now, everybody, it has done to every one of us that Tinubu has failed. He does not have what it takes to be the president of this country. He does not have what it takes to solve the problem of this country, rather than causing major problems, plunging people into poverty. And now, you know, I've said this many times, to spoil something is very easy to spoil. Anybody can do that. But fixing that thing back is very difficult. And now Tinubu is in that situation that fixing the country is beyond his control, what he can do. He thought when removing subsidy, because it's easy, everybody, all the politicians at that time thought about it, that they were going to remove subsidy, but because he's stubborn, he doesn't care, they want to say subsidy gone. He thought when he said subsidy gone, that one is going to solve the problem immediately. Do you understand? That is somebody who does not think. Subsidy gone. Everybody could make that statement now. Everybody could see that there was nothing wrong with subsidy removal. Yes, a lot of people said that, the political party at that time, they said they were going to remove subsidy. What you do after is what different. What you do after, or what you did before removing the subsidy, is what matters. But Tinubu has done nothing. He didn't do anything before saying subsidy gone. It becomes a problem. So what has he done differently? And now again, even if Tinubu was good governor in Lagos, he did very well. I'll tell you this, in case you don't know. What Tinubu did in Lagos State that the Lagosians are happy about, right? That same thing, if you use that same methodology to work in the country, is not going to better the lives of somebody who is living in Osun State. Because what Lagosians needed at that time that Tinubu did, he was able to meet meet up with the demands or the requirement or whatever Lagosians were lacking at that time, whatever they needed, he was able to give them what they needed at that time. If you are thinking Tinubu is going to do that same thing, he's not going to work for somebody living in Osun State, because living in Osun State is different from living in Lagos. What the Osun State, what they needed, their problem is different from the people in Lagos State. Majority of people in Osun State, they are indigenes, majority of them, right? But Lagosian is populated with different tribes for business purposes, right? The same thing, what he did in Lagos State, if you want to do the same thing, it's not going to work for somebody living in Sokoto. It's not going to work for people living in Enugu State. If you want to repeat the same thing, replicate what he did in Lagos State. So that is a problem. And now his idea was, okay, I built Lagos State, for, according to people supporting him, he built Lagos State, this and that. Here is the problem now. Why have you not built Nigerians? Why have you not built the country? Why have you not lifted Nigerians out of poverty? Why have you not solved the problem of insecurity? Why have you not solved the problem of out-of-school children? Why have you not been able to increase our GDP? Rather, the GDP has fallen under your administration. Why have you not been able to solve our problem? Create jobs, employment. Why have you not been able to do that? Why have you not been able to fix our roads? Why have you not been able to give us electricity? These are the problems. Why? Because he built for them, he built Lagos State, he able to create this and build many shops in Lagos, or what? Lagosians does not have electricity than any other tribes. When Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, Lagos State were not having electricity than the other tribes. No. So now it has happened. It's just like what everybody could see now that Tinubu has failed. 2 years in office, he's gone, nothing to show up. This is a direct message calling. And now, Seun, thank you very much for this message. Now, it means that you yourself, you could tell that this government has failed. Maybe somebody just call you from your family, say, boss, I beg, we need money to eat, we need money to pay husband, we need money to this. So now you remember, say, but this was not what President promised us. You they think say it will better. 2 years don't go. Now you remember this video, say, oh boy, that is it. You see? Problem. Tinubu not even solve the problem of this country. That will not be my problem. Every government, they have their own for body, but the major problem now is Tinubu create many problems for this country. That is just say he created many problems for this country now. We are so divided. The hatred is on the high side. It creates many problems that any other person who comes after him to take over from him, that person is going to go through a lot. Are you talking about the money he has borrowed so far and he's going to leave that? If another person takes over from him tomorrow, 2027, this money he's borrowing now is a debt to somebody who is going to inherit this. Somebody is going to inherit that debt. What they have been complaining about Tinubu, about Buhari, now he has increased the debt. Right? That one is a problem on somebody who is coming to take over from him already. That debt is already waiting for that one. How are we going to solve the where the money to pay is still not the same subsidy? When you remove subsidy, what happened? What did you do with the money? This man should just go. He's supposed to go home, relax. I've said this from day one. I've been saying it. I will continue to say this man does not have what it takes to solve the problem of this country. The best thing you need to do, go home and relax. You are old. You cannot compare somebody who is old. The age, everything about him is depreciating. They can't think. They can't reason well. So go home and relax with your grandchildren and enjoy life, celebrate. Be a advisor, be a godfather to all these people. Advise them when they come into power. If you actually have what it is, you cannot do. You are failed. Please share this video.